Alright guys, today I'm going to reflect on the last month, on all the learnings I did from working in sales, progressing with my life and getting better, improving on my journey. How does it look? I mean, the last time I did a reflection or something was around four weeks ago or something. I need to say I also want to talk a bit about what I learned in sales, because I think there's big gold nuggets that I got in this last month. So today actually is the 18th of May 2024, and the great thing about it is that I currently am still working at Voice in fundraising, sales, however you want to call it. And like you see on all the papers, I prepared for a dopamine detox. So tomorrow and one day after, so on the Sunday and Monday, I'm going to get into the dopamine detox, where I'm actually going to focus on all that stuff, which is very important, because I also realized, in life I see this all of this, I see it kind of like a rally, or I don't know, I just explained how I like in Minecraft. Okay, you have in Minecraft, when I was young I always played Minecraft, and I always had these phases where at the beginning I just was got into an adventure, and then I actually got home and started building a base, building a hall, getting all the stuff that I found and experienced, putting it all into chests and stuff. That is where we are here again. So it's just about going into adventure, then going back, so sitting back, reflecting on all that, putting all that stuff together, organizing your life again, and then going back into a new adventure. And I think actually, for me, I need to say, I believe that life for me actually is kind of this cycle all over again, because I have this month currently where I'm just adventuring, where I'm just learning new things and figuring stuff out, having actually no time, just in absolute hustle mode, not actually having time for anything but just working from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep. Like almost 14 hours a week I'm just working in the sales job currently, which means that I just learn extremely much, but I'm not actually able to, or I don't really organize my life. That's not my priority right now. My priority currently is just to learn as much as I possibly can. And I think it's also very important to sort and organize all these learnings, all these improvements, all these new developments and things that I learned, develop my character a bit new in a new way. I actually want to sort them all a bit, organize them, so I actually have a clear mind and reflect on them, also to be more clear about them, more crystal clear. And that's what I want to do also with this video. So at first I think I'm going to start with how everything started, or how the journey looked. Yeah, I'm going to start with how the journey looked. So actually at the 23rd of April, was it? Yes, 23rd of April, I had my first day at Voice, where I just worked. I got actually a bit shocked at the beginning, because I realized how much pressure I have to actually deliver my closes, my signs, my formulas a day, which means that I need to perform, okay? And in the beginning it was quite hard for me to actually get it. So my first week was actually not that successful. In the first day I closed one woman, and I need to say that I need to close 2 a day. That is what we need to bring, because if not, we could just get kicked out. So at WordWish we need to close 2 a day. So first week I closed 1 woman on the first day, and then the 2 days after that I closed 0 person, but I learned a lot. Then the week after that I closed, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 persons in the whole week. But there I had the day where it was actually like I saw this cycle from somebody online that explained it. It's actually very true. At the beginning, you have at first uninformed optimism. That is where I just saw, oh, I can make a lot of money, I can learn sales, I can be outside, I can talk with people, I can learn communication, I can learn how to actually be present and communicate with people and sell something. Then the second stage was when I had my first day was informed pessimism, where I started to understand, oh, that's not that easy. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work. It's not that easy to actually close somebody, because I need to close somebody. I need to say hello, and 7 minutes after the hello, I need to then I need to have say that to them. Okay, now I need your IBAN number of their bank account, and I need your signature that you're going to sign for 540 Swiss francs a year, which is at minimum 45 Swiss francs a month. And they need to put their address, their name, and all that stuff after 7 minutes of talking to a stranger. And they don't actually get anything, because it's all emotional value, you know. They don't get a product or something, or a house, or they don't. It's just emotional value. And then it was the second stage where I had this informed pessimism, where I started to understand, oh fuck, that's a lot of work. It's not that easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck. It's going to be a lot of pressure, stress. And then third, I still remember this day to this moment. It was in Earlycon. Yes, it was in Earlycon. And I had the day where it was such a hard day. I think it was like my 8th day or something, or 6th day, something like that, around that. And then I just started to kind of actually suck. It was hard, it was trash, and the job is actually quite hard, because if you don't close anybody, it's quite depressing, because all the people, they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to buy something from you, so you just get no's. People hate you, people scream at you and all that stuff. And if you're not actually that confident about it, and then you also start to questioning yourself if you're going to get it, that's not a good combination. But I still remember this day, and that was the third stage which is the Valley of Despair. And like I said, I still remember this day. It was the day where I said to my boss, he came to us, and he asked me how the day went. I said, yeah, it's hard, but I will keep going. And then he said, today, Romeo, today is the day where either the street is going to eat you, or you are going to eat the street. And it was actually quite true, because on this day I learned so many things. It was the day where actually everything changed. It was the hardest day in my life in the sales job. It was brutal. It was fucking brutal. It was insane. But I pushed through that brutal shit. I pushed through that, and that made me able to receive the rewards afterwards. And then, long story short, I got out of the Valley of Despair and got into the informed optimism, which was the phase where I started to have these first successes. It was, that's also I need to say, on the second week, I got, on the Friday, we worked in St. Gallen, and the boss said to me, today I wrote 0 people, and tomorrow, Romeo, tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow you're either going to write 2 people, you're going to sign 2 people, or you're going to get kicked out. That was a lot of pressure for me. Long story short, on the next day I closed for 3 people, yes. It was in Bern, and that was exactly 2 days after I got out of this Valley of Despair, and 2 days after that I got into the informed optimism, where I started to understand, oh, okay, things start to work. I start to understand shit. It's okay, that works. Okay, I can combine that and stuff. And great as shit. Like, I start to understand what I need to do. Things started to work. I got my first successes, my first wins, and all that stuff. It was great, and I started to understand. Oh, need to improve on that bit. Okay, I need to be there a bit more better, and then, and then 1 week later, I got my first 1.5 in average closes a day. And then last week was great. I worked 4 days and I made 1.5K at 18 years old. It's insane. Like, for me, that's a lot of money. I never had, like, in 4 days, I earned 1.5K. That's around, I don't know, that's around 400 or something, 300 to 400 a day, Swiss francs. It's insane for me. I never made that much money. And yeah, but now actually going to tell. So yes, on the first day, was it? Yeah, on the first day, I broke my sales record again. I closed 4 people a day. Next week I want to double that and close at least 6 or 8 people a day. Only 1 day. So going to be fucking great. But now going to say what I learned in sales, what I learned to improve, how I actually understood how sales work. So at first I need to say sales, like literally, sales is just about practicing, trying to get better, reflecting, learning, and improving on that learnings and in that reflection. So that's all it is. Because it's all in your mind. You don't have time, like in a business, to actually make a plan and stuff and then plan it and then put it out. You need to be in a conversation with a human, and then you can say in a conversation, wait a minute, I need to think about what I'm going to say and then tell it. You need to, they say it and then you need to say it right away. So sales is actually a bit different, which means that you need to practice with real life experience with practice. That is actually very important in sales. So the most important thing is that you just get in the reps. You just need to get in the reps. You just need to improve all the time. And with that, you're going to get better. But there are things I can tell you that work. But at the end, everybody needs to have his own style a bit. But what I do is currently, I actually say quite confident. I can say I can sell literally anything to anyone at any time. Literally, because I understand how the system works. So at first it's just getting their attention. I currently do that with many things which all have just one goal: to make it harder for them to get by, or which makes it harder for them to not pay attention, to not look at me, to not give me their attention. I do many things to not make them, which all make them harder for them to stop. Okay, now I'm going to explain what I mean with that. So at first, I'm actually going to show them with body language, which is actually very important. I show them with body language. You can, if you stay upright and signalize space, with that I can actually show them that they shouldn't walk by with body language. So that means that it's harder for them to not to actually go by. So I signalize with body language. I kind of show it real quick. Oh wait. Or I show it while I'm sitting. So with body language, I'm just kind of like that. Hello, which means that I'm paying close attention to what they say. And that makes it so much that makes the chance so much higher that they actually stop. Another thing is that I actually stand in their way. So if they walk from there, I kind of understand where they are going and stand right there. So if they want to get by, they need to walk across me, okay? Another thing, I am actually starting a conversation. So if they're saying something, I can answer something which starts the conversation, which makes them stop. That's also something. So at first it's just getting their attention. There everybody can do it how he wants it, but just getting their attention, making them stop. You can do that with many things. But once you got the attention, it's just about building up the interest to what I'm going to sell. And at the same time, don't give them the feeling that they are getting sold on something. That's the most important thing. Like I can actually I can tell is people don't want to have the feeling that they are getting sold something, but they want to buy. So what you need to do, what I need to do, is just to never ever give them the feeling that they are getting sold to something, because the moment they start realizing it or having the feeling, that it's the moment they are going to stop listening to me, which is not what I want, and it's the moment where they're not going to buy. So it's just about getting their attention, then getting their interest. I do that always with showing the offer in a way which actually is great for them, which they think, oh, it's a great thing. That with the interest, it's just about they need to think, oh, that's a great thing. That's the only thing. They don't need to think I buy it now or something. They just need to get interested in the product and think, oh yeah, that's a great thing. And then at the end, once they are interested, which is actually not that hard, it's just about killing all of their objections. Because at first you get their attention, then people get interested, and once they're interested, they think, yeah, that's good, but no way I'm going to do it right now. No way. And then that is actually the hard part, which is actually what the salespeople really do, is to get them from it's a nice product, but I don't buy, to I will buy it right now. And that's exactly what my job is. And that's all I do with overcoming objections and just making the decision to a part for them, because most people want to do it, but they're not actually, they don't want to make the step. So it's the same again. If I just start writing their name down, they need to do more effort to not do it. They need to do more effort to not do it, because they need to say, no, stop, I don't want my name to be written down. Okay? And if I just start writing down, they need to say all of these words, which makes it so much harder for them to not actually start with the process. So it's just about having the control in that process, because they need to have the feeling that they're free, not under pressure, but I need to have the control of this situation. So it's just about closing and dealing with their objections and making them buy right now, and clearing up all their objections, and then making the decisions to a part for them, you know what I mean? So that's exactly the most important thing. And then at the end, it's just closing them. It's just having the control over the situation and just making the process for them so easy that they actually don't need to do almost anything. Just easy and smart and fast. Great thing. That's all the learnings from the sales stuff. But I need to say, sales is pretty much about everything you have in here and you can speak. Like, it's all about your own improvements, because you can't teach being fast with your words. They need to flow like water, and you don't have the time to actually say, oh, sorry, I need to think about what I'm going to say. No, you just need to say it right now, which means that you need to have all the tracks in your mind, which you only can get through practice and repetition. And that's pretty much about sales. Like, sales is sales is one of the hardest skills on this planet, because first of all, you're talking to humans, so you can't actually trick them. They're very smart. And then you're actually selling something right now, and on this moment, which means that you can make any mistake, because if you do, they won't buy. That's all it is. So great learnings, I need to say. On the last, now I made around 3.5K or something, and 3K is going to go into my security bucket. Like I said, now going to make the dopamine detox, but I just want to share with you the learnings real quick. I start to understand how this whole game, this sales game work, and I decided to be at Voice for like 4 months now, to September. So, but the key message I want to spread here is just everything is possible. You just need to keep going, keep moving forward. You're going to get in this valley of despair, and I'm going to tell you, like, this experience is literally priceless, because I know now how it actually feels to be in this valley of despair. Everybody's going to face it, and only the ones